he's been about control. He's been about making sure that things are his way. Us, as the media members, know it because of how his behavior has changed.
I think Floyd just looked. Floyd, you done made enough money.
Get back?
Yep.
Does this man have no shame?
Dude.
Is he not easy money Mayweather now?
Get that money.
Yeah.
In a shocking update that has surprised both sports fans and financial experts, ESPN's top voices, Stephen A. Smith and Shannon Sharpe, have shared a surprising truth about Floyd Mayweather's money matters. In a recent show that quickly spread on social media and news channels, the two analysts showed what they say is clear proof that Floyd has a large amount of hidden debt, which goes against his well-known image of being very rich and financially successful.
Enough, because one thing matters to him and one thing only, and that's him being recognized as the greatest of all times. Well, you're not, in my book.
Rather than just defending a clean financial record, the outspoken commentators said that behind the shine of luxury cars, expensive homes, and a lifestyle that looks too good to be true, there is actually a big financial problem. They believe this hidden debt could change the way fans and investors see Floyd. The talk was a mix of strong financial facts and the bold, honest style that both Stephen A. Smith and Shannon Sharpe are known for. Stephen A. Smith, who is famous for his tough opinions on sports stars and business leaders, questioned the truth behind Floyd's success. He said the numbers just don't make sense, and when insiders looked deeper, they found debts that were never shown to the public. These hidden responsibilities, if revealed, would lead to a serious discussion about how Floyd has been handling his money and business.
I thought long and hard about this over the last few hours because I had no intention, Molly, of talking about this at all.
Yeah.
He clearly took exception to some of the things that he heard me say, and he confronted me about it.
Smith's analysis came from looking closely at financial papers and insider reports, which he says show a big difference between Floyd's rich public image and his real financial situation. According to Smith's, Floyd's business moves, from big real estate deals to major endorsement contracts, have been partly supported by credit. This credit keeps adding to his total debt. Smith explained that Floyd couldn't have built such a fancy lifestyle without borrowing money. But the way these deals are set up, it seems like there's an effort to hide how much debt there really is. He also suggested that what people thought were smart financial moves might actually be covering up a huge pile of debt. Smith said this debt might be much bigger than what anyone in the sports or business world would think is safe or normal. His comments raise questions about whether Floyd's empire is really as strong as it looks. Shannon Sharpe, known for his honest and bold opinions, added his thoughts by saying, "It's very rare for someone as famous as Floyd to look so rich on the outside while secretly dealing with so much debt." He pointed out that the loans and credit Floyd used weren't just one-time things. Instead, they were part of a bigger pattern. Sharpe said Floyd may have used hidden methods like off-the-books deals and unusual financing tricks to cover up just how deep in debt he really is.
Sure, he could be 60 years of age and people would still pay per view to watch him box something.
So the lure is still there.
Yeah.
They want to see Floyd get beat, even if it's somebody that's not a name that we are. Man, a YouTuber did something that a world champion couldn't do.
Yeah. Didn't. No.
But I saw Floyd Mayweather get knocked out.
But at what point does Floyd have enough money not to stoop to do these exhibitions? But at some point, there is athletic dignity attached to 50 and 0, and that's the allure of this.
Yeah.
It's the equivalent of, okay?
And the people that they're putting him in there with can't put him in harm's way.
No,
So he doesn't see like you said, I watched this ruckus on Twitter. I was like,
what?
Like, oh my goodness.
Okay.
It definitely was like.
The shocking claims made by the two ESPN analysts come from what they say was a deep look into private messages, bank transfer records, and financial statements that were never shared with the public before. The documents show that some major business deals were set up in a way that made the reported assets look bigger and the debts look smaller than they really were. In one serious case, Shannon Sharpe mentioned files that showed large amounts of money being moved through middlemen, whose only job seemed to be hiding where the money really came from. The analysts believe this was done to make it seem like the businesses were doing well, even though the numbers told a different story. They say this setup was just a way to make everything look profitable and stable on the outside, while in truth the whole situation was very risky and could fall apart quickly. This kind of financial game, if true, is very dangerous, especially when so much of someone's public image is based on wealth and business success. It makes it harder to tell what's real and what's just for show. The impact of these claims is huge. For a long time, fans have looked up to Floyd not just as a boxing champion, but also as a smart businessman. His expensive lifestyle, social media posts, and flashy public image have helped build a story of endless success. But if what these reports say is true, then a lot of that image might have been built on shaky ground, where big debts were carefully hidden through tricky financial setups, and only part of the real picture was shown to the public.
The thing is that Floyd is what they call an independent contractor. And what happens is that when you become an independent contractor, Skip, if you make $230 million, they give you two checks or a check for $230 million. It is up to you to take out the deduction and make sure state, federal, and whatever else needs to be deducted is paid to the Internal Revenue Service.
Both analysts said that this kind of revelation should make regulators, investors, and fans take a closer look at how money is handled in businesses linked to celebrities. Stephen A. Smith explained that hidden debt is not a new thing in the world of big money, but it's rare to see it come out so clearly when it involves someone as famous as Floyd. Shannon Sharpe agreed and warned that people who invested in Floyd's businesses could be at risk because they may not have known the full truth when they put in their money. Their report has caused a storm of reactions from fans and people in the industry. Social media is full of talk. Some people are shocked, while others are angry. Many longtime fans who always saw Floyd as a smart and successful businessman are now wondering if that image was just a carefully planned story. Some online voices are even saying that this hidden debt might be tied to bigger problems in the industries where Floyd put his money. Real estate is one of the main areas where Floyd has invested, and in recent years, the market has been very up and down. If he's been carrying large debts in secret, that would only make things worse. It could put his financial future at serious risk and also affect the money of many people who trusted and partnered with him in these deals.
But it's not something that he's been, it's not like deception.
No.
It's just neglect to pay.
Neglect. And it's also like, I think, and there is like a truth to this, he makes so much money, there's probably a point when they're like, hey, it's time to pay your taxes.
Meanwhile, boxer Amir Khan calls it unfortunate that Floyd Mayweather might be staring down bankruptcy. But he doesn't hold back and adds, karma's. According to Khan, Mayweather's flashy American lifestyle isn't easy to manage in Dubai. He even thinks that Mayweather may need to fight again just to stay afloat. Khan also shares some interesting revelations. When you add Floyd Mayweather's name to anything, it's hard to hide anything. It becomes even harder to keep things secret. It turns out a recent meeting between Mayweather, also known as Money, and promoter Eddie Hearn at a gym in Las Vegas turned into more than just friendly talk. Even though the talk had some jokes, the feeling in the room showed that it wasn't just fun. It looked like they were not only trading jokes, but also trading shots. It's worth remembering that not long ago, Hearn often said in public that Floyd Mayweather was broke, or at least not as rich as he claimed. According to Hearn, this is why Mayweather kept doing exhibition fights. The situation became serious when Mayweather met Hearn face-to-face in Las Vegas. The undefeated boxer told Hearn that he always makes such comments, but added that they had already talked about it and cleared the air. After clearing the tension, they continued joking, acting like the rumors were true. They traded playful jabs, while people from both their teams laughed and watched. Then, Hearn made a funny comment after Mayweather said he showed him his bank details. Hearn said, "Imagine how much money Floyd Mayweather would have made if I had been his promoter." Everyone around started laughing. Even though Floyd Mayweather is the highest-earning boxer in history, new problems with money are starting to appear. There are stories of unpaid workers, staff leaving, and even rumors about bankruptcy. These stories are now raising questions about how stable his business, the Money Team, really is. Mayweather, who made over $1,200,000,000 in his career, made headlines in late 2024 for buying over 60 buildings in New York for $42 million. He added over 1,000 homes to his property collection. 1 month later, he joined 601 companies on a huge real estate project worth around $10 billion. It includes 18 office towers with 10 million square feet. Some believe this is his biggest deal yet. But while he was buying big buildings, problems started at his gym in Los Angeles. Workers there say they haven't been paid. They even protested outside the gym. One person called it modern-day slavery. Another held a sign saying, "The Money Team has no money." Some workers say the company broke California Labor Code 210, which gives fines for late wages. If a payment is more than 30 days late, workers can get a full day's pay for every day it's delayed. Mayweather's gyms have had money problems before. One in Elk Grove closed due to unpaid rent. Now the LA gym might also shut down. Some staff say they don't even know if Mayweather is aware of these issues, and they were told not to inform him.
There's a rumor that we're going to see more of you in New York. You might be getting a piece of the Giants or something.
We just don't ever know. Certain things we can talk about, but certain things we can talk about, certain things we can't talk about.
Okay, all right.
That's because, certain paperwork.
Okay.
I should say.
Okay.
If that's safe to say, I should say.
But we might see you more in New York, maybe?
I live in New York.
I know. By the way, I saw you bought like 40 apartments or something.
Well, no.
I think you bought New York. I mean, my God.
I didn't buy New York, but I feel like everyone should own a piece of the earth. And I feel like you can't go wrong with New York real estate. If you know how much money you got, you really don't have no money. So if you know how many buildings you got, you don't really have no buildings. So I think I own right now somewhere upwards of 100 buildings or more. And in 99% of my buildings are in New York City.
Wow.
50 Cent couldn't stop laughing when he posted on Instagram. He said, "Lol, Champ is the richest special ed student." Then, in his own comment section, he joked that Floyd Mayweather doesn't really know what he owns. He added, "Oh wait, I think Champ thinks he owns them buildings. They beaten him out of the money, he don't know what he owns." 50 even warned Floyd, saying if he just said he lives in New York, the government could take 58% of his income. Although 50 Cent had already talked about the audio clip, he couldn't resist adding more fuel to the fire. This time, he shared an AI-generated image of Floyd dressed like Pinocchio with a long nose, hinting that Floyd was not being honest. Then, 50 Cent posted a news article about his own business moves, possibly to make Floyd feel less successful in business. In the post, 50 Cent wrote, "Hey, I noticed when I post about real business, it gets less likes, but this is what you should like." Zip would say, "Let's get to that." The longtime rivalry between 50 Cent and Mayweather goes way back. According to the U.S. Sun, the fight started over an unpaid debt. Mayweather reportedly didn't pay 50 Cent $2 million, 0 cents, after the rapper supported him during his time in jail in the early 2010s. Still, Mayweather is showing off his wealth. A video on social media shows his newest luxury cars parked outside the Champion Motoring showroom. The short clip gave fans a look inside two Rolls-Royces. One had deep blue seats and a starry ceiling that looked like the night sky. The other had a bright yellow interior and a fancy dashboard filled with high-end features. A voice in the video, maybe the cameraman, said, "New additions to the fleet." The camera zoomed in on the details, including the mileage and custom design, showing Mayweather's love for luxury. Just one of these Rolls-Royces cost over $500,000, 0 cents, and together they easily go over $1 million. Mayweather's love for expensive cars often gets a lot of attention, but it's not just cars. His watch collection is also worth talking about, with a total value close to $100 million, 0 cents. It includes some of the most expensive and rare watches ever made. One of the most famous is the $18 million 0 cents billionaire watch, covered in diamonds. He also added a new Rolex Daytona Eye of the Tiger watch, worth $400, 0 cents. A video of Mayweather buying it at Benny the Jeweler's store in New York went viral. In the video, Floyd said, "The money man is back. I'm here in New York City with the one and only Benny the Jeweler. Benny, tell the people what you sold me today." Mayweather keeps sharing his lifestyle, private jets, watches, and fancy cars. But some people wonder, is it true financial security or a sign of future money trouble? Floyd Mayweather has responded to accusations that he is broke by showing off watches worth $20 million, 0 cents. YouTuber Jake Paul agreed with fans, saying Mayweather keeps fighting in exhibitions because his finances are running low. Paul said, "Floyd Mayweather is broke. A lot of people don't realize he gets these big checks and doesn't pay taxes on them. Then the IRS comes after him later. He owes a lot of people I know money." For the past few weeks, 50 Cent has been making fun of Mayweather, bringing back their long-running rivalry. The spark this time was Mayweather's appearance on The Tonight Show with Jimmy Fallon, where he made bold and unbelievable claims about his business empire. 50 Cent laughed so hard at this that he posted on Instagram joking, "LOL, champ is the richest special ed student." 50 Cent then hinted that Mayweather doesn't even know what he owns. He posted, "I think champ thinks he owns those buildings. They're taking his money." 50 Cent also warned, "Somebody tell champ he just publicly said he lives in NY. They will come and take 58% of any income he has." He even added an AI-generated image of Mayweather wearing Pinocchio's outfit and a long nose, implying dishonesty, to make Mayweather feel inferior in the business world. 50 Cent later shared an article about his own business successes. He said, "I noticed when I post about real business, it gets fewer likes, but this is what you should like. Their rivalry began years ago when Mayweather allegedly failed to pay 50 Cent $2 million, 0 cents, after 50 helped him while he was in jail. The conflict between 50 Cent and Floyd Mayweather began over an alleged unpaid debt. Mayweather is said to have failed to pay 50 Cent $2 million, 0 cents, after the rapper supported him while Mayweather was in jail for a misdemeanor charge in the early 2010s. This created tension between the two, which still continues. Despite this, Mayweather has been showing off his luxury lifestyle on social media. In a video that went viral, he gave fans a look at his new cars outside the Champion Motoring showroom. The video showed 2 Rolls-Royce cars with luxurious interiors. The first car featured deep blue upholstery and a starry ceiling, which gave it a sense of celestial luxury. The second Rolls-Royce stood out with its bright yellow interior, unique back seats, and a dashboard filled with advanced features. A voice in the background, likely from the videographer, praised the craftsmanship of the cars, saying, "New additions to the fleet." The video zoomed in on the intricate details, showing just how much Mayweather loves luxury, with each of these cars often costing over $500,000, 0 cents. Mayweather's collection doesn't stop at cars. He is also known for his extravagant watch collection, which is estimated to be worth $100 million, 0 cents. One of the standout pieces is the $18 million, 0 cents, billionaire watch, a diamond-adorned masterpiece that is the centerpiece of his collection. He also recently added a Rolex Daytona Eye of the Tiger chronograph, which costs $400, 0 cents. A video showing Mayweather buying the expensive Rolex went viral online. In the video, Mayweather spoke directly to the camera, saying, "The money man is back. I'm here in New York City with the one and only Benny the Jeweler. Benny, tell the people what you sold me today." This video, along with his posts showcasing his luxury items, has made Mayweather famous for his bold displays of wealth. Mayweather has built a reputation for flaunting his wealth, with his social media showing off luxury cars, high-end watches, and private jets. This constant display of wealth has led to debates about whether it shows financial security or if it signals the risk of a future downfall. Some, including YouTuber Jake Paul, believe Mayweather keeps fighting in exhibitions because his finances are drained. Paul stated, "Floyd Mayweather is broke. He gets these big checks and doesn't pay taxes on them." Critics warn that this constant display of wealth could lead to financial problems in the future.
They kind of, think it's a red flag when you're 50 years old. I feel like almost 50 and still gotta flex on social media, but people on social media do what they do best, especially black people try to tear each other down. So people start researching, Angelique started researching, and they found out that Floyd was capping. Now, Floyd is part of like some type of ownership group that got a part of it. Then you got 50 who, like I said, he got a burning vendetta against Floyd.
Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, and stay informed. Stay tuned for more updates, and let's keep our news accurate.